Anthropic just shipped Claude Design, and this one's worth paying attention to. It lets you build interactive prototypes, pitch decks, landing pages, and marketing assets purely by describing what you want. You type, and the design appears on your screen. In this video, I'm breaking down everything: what it actually is, how the whole thing works, and what you can realistically build with it. Plus, a handful of pro tips that'll save you real time and tokens. Quick bit of context before we get into it. Claude Design only lives on the web version, and you'll need at least the pro plan to use it. If you're on the free tier, this one isn't available to you just yet. So what actually sets this apart from every other AI design tool that's already out there? Everything Claude Design produces is real, functional code underneath. You can click through it, interact with it, and hand it straight to a developer to build on top of. To get started, go to claude.ai/design, and here's what you'll land on. Left side is your sidebar. Right side is the canvas where your designs get built out. Inside that left sidebar, you've got 4 options. Let me walk through each one quickly. When you click Prototype, Claude asks you to pick between 2 modes. Wireframe is the structural skeleton. Think of it as a rough blueprint, just the layout and the bones of the thing. High Fidelity is the fully finished version, something that genuinely looks like a shipped product. Then there's Slide Deck. Use this when you're putting together a presentation. From Template is an interesting one. Right now it has an animation template, which is timeline-based motion design. And then there's Other, a completely open canvas. Name your project and start from scratch. On the right side, you've got 3 tabs running across the top: Designs, Examples, and Design Systems. Designs is where all your projects live. Examples shows you real things Claude has already built. Great for when you need a reference or just want to spark an idea. There's even a Use This Prompt button on each one, so you can grab it, adjust it, and run with it. And then there's Design Systems. I'll dig into this properly later, and I promise it's worth the wait. Now that you've got the layout down, let's actually build something. I'm going to put together a CRM called Client Track Pro. It's a client management tool. If you've ever managed clients in any capacity, you know exactly what the problem is. Contact info in one place, invoices in a spreadsheet somewhere else, notes buried in your phone. It's a mess. This product is the fix. So whether you're freelancing, consulting, or running a side business, this is a real use case. I'll click on Prototype, give it a name, set the mode to Wireframe, and hit Create. The chat box appears on the left. I'll type in my prompt and send it. Look at what it does before building anything. It's actually asking me a set of questions first. And I love this part, because this is exactly what a real designer would do before touching a single pixel. It wants to know how many wireframe directions to generate, what each direction should explore visually, what goes in the hero section, the voice and tone for headlines, and more. I'll select my preferences, and anywhere I'm not sure, I'll just let Claude decide. Then we continue. Okay, look at this. Claude came back with 3 completely different layout directions for the same landing page. Same content, same product. 3 different visual approaches. Direction A is centered and stacked. Everything aligns to the center with a clean, classic landing page feel. Direction B is split and asymmetric. The hero section divides into 2 columns, text on the left and the product visual on the right. More dynamic, more modern. Direction C goes editorial with a horizontal rhythm. Bigger typography, magazine-style layout. Every direction hit exactly what the prompt asked for. And at the bottom, there's a tweak panel where I can flip the headline tone between warm, direct, and bold. Change the color. It's currently orange, but I can switch to blue, green, or black in one click. I can also dial in how rough or refined the wireframe sketch feels. And below that, I can toggle individual sections like the logo strip and footer on or off. Honestly, this is already ahead of most dedicated design tools I've used. Direction A is the one I want to move forward with, so I'll ask Claude to convert it into a high-fidelity design with a specific set of details and hit send. This came out looking really solid. Let me scroll through it properly because it deserves a proper look. If I click on Features in the nav bar, it actually jumps to the Features section. The navigation is live and interactive. I click on Pricing, Pay as your business grows. 3 tiers, Free Forever, Pro at $19 marked as most popular, and Agency at $49 a month for teams up to 5 seats. And at the bottom, Cancel anytime, no setup fees. These are actual trust signals that real SaaS products use. Claude didn't just make something pretty. It built the page like a product designer who understands what converts. That said, this isn't exactly where I want it yet. A few elements could use work. That badge near the top that reads, Made for freelancers, not enterprises. It's a bit clunky, but this is where Claude Design gives you full control to fix specific things without accidentally breaking everything else around it. Look at the toolbar in the top right. You've got 4 tools. Tweaks we've already covered. I'll cycle through and lock in the headline tone I want. Comment lets you click on any specific element and describe the change you want. So I'll click on that badge and type. Change the text to stop juggling and start closing. I'll also update the CTA button copy. Once it processes, click the reload button and the changes land on the canvas. With comment, you can pinpoint literally any part of the design and reshape it just by describing what you need. Now, the edit option. If I click that and select the headline, a full properties panel opens on the right. I can go from selecting a single tiny element all the way up to the full canvas. If I need to nudge the font size, tighten the letter spacing, or swap the color, I handle it here without writing a single prompt. It's basically Figma's properties panel sitting inside Claude Design. You get AI for the big structural moves and manual precision for the fine details. And then there's the Draw tool, my personal favorite of the four. With Draw active, I can draw directly on the canvas. I draw a box around one section and type, "Convert this into a line chart," and watch what happens. It reads the exact area I selected, understands what's inside it, and changes only that element. But while that was running, I pushed it further. I selected the entire canvas and typed, "Add subtle motion and animation to the background," and it delivered. The background now has this smooth, understated motion effect that elevated the whole design without me writing a single line of code. That's what makes Draw so powerful. You're literally pointing at the design and describing what you want changed. At this point, you're probably thinking you want to build everything in Claude Design. But here's a real problem you're going to run into the second you start using this for actual work. Every time you open a new project, Claude starts from zero. It doesn't know your brand. It doesn't know your colors, your fonts, your button styles, or your logo. Nothing. So you end up typing the same thing every single time. Use this hex code, use this font, and across multiple projects, a landing page, a pitch deck, a dashboard, all for the same product. Everything starts looking like it came from different brands. For any serious business, that's a real issue. The fix is a feature called Design Systems. Once you set it up, every project you create from that point automatically inherits your full visual identity. You never have to explain it to Claude again. Let me show you how it works. Head back to the home page and click on Design Systems. Hit Create New Design System and give it a name. I'm calling mine Apple Inspired. It gives you 4 ways to feed it your brand. Connect it to a GitHub code base. Upload code directly from your computer. Upload a Figma file, or add fonts and assets manually. I don't have a code base or a Figma file handy, so I'm going with the manual route. I grabbed 2 screenshots straight from the Apple website and uploaded them here. Hit Generate. It says it'll take around 5 minutes. Here's what came back. It extracted everything. The exact base color palette with precise hex values, spacing rules, typography specs, everything a professional designer would spend hours documenting manually, pulled from 2 screenshots. It even asks if the draft looks right or if anything needs adjusting. Imagine feeding it your actual brand guidelines. The consistency it would hold across every project would be on a completely different level. And once it's done, that design system is available to select at the start of any new project. You set it up once, it stays consistent forever. To show you what that actually looks like in practice, I built 2 different things using this design system. First, a landing page. Clean white background, bold black typography, generous white space, blue accent on the CTA. Scrolled down and it built a full features section with 3 cards, perfectly spaced, fully following the system. Then I built a pitch deck. Slide 1 hits the problem with a dark background and oversized bold type. Slide 2 flips to white and presents the solution. Same clean fonts, same blue accent. Slide 3 surfaces traction numbers, same visual language throughout. These aren't finished products. A real landing page and a real pitch deck need a lot more refinement. But that's not the point. The point is, same design system, 2 totally different formats, and everything reads like it came from one brand. That's the actual value of setting this up, and that's the feature I mentioned at the top of this video that most people are completely missing. Let's get back to our original Client Track Pro design, because there are 2 more things I want to walk through before I give you the pro tips. The Present and Share options sitting in the top bar. Present lets you view the design in 3 different ways. Open it in the current tab, go full screen, or pop it open in a new tab. This is your presentation mode. You can show a client or stakeholder exactly what the final product will look and feel like, with none of the editing panels or toolbars cluttering the view. The Share button is where things get genuinely useful. You can copy a link and send it directly to your team or client. By default, only you can view it, but you can open up access so teammates can drop comments on it. But Share is also your export hub. You can download the full project as a zip file, export it as a PDF, export it as a PPTX so it opens straight in PowerPoint, push it to Canva, or export it as standalone HTML, meaning it opens as a real functional web page in any browser. And then there's the last option, Handoff to Claude Code. This one is what separates Claude Design from everything else out there. Instead of handing a developer a flat image and saying figure it out, you package the full design intent and send it directly to Claude Code, which then helps build the actual working product on top of it. Design to development in one move. That's the complete loop. Before the final verdict, here are 6 tips straight from Anthropic that'll help you get more out of this than most people do. First, start simple, then build up. We started with a basic wireframe, got the structure right, and then converted to high fidelity. That's the right order of operations. Second, be specific with your feedback. When we used the comment tool, we told Claude exactly what to change. That's why it worked cleanly. Third, call your design system by name when you start a new project. We built an Apple-inspired system, and from that point forward, Claude knew exactly what fonts, colors, and components to pull without us repeating ourselves. Fourth, think about responsive design early. Specify whether you need mobile, tablet, or desktop layout. Don't leave it as an afterthought. Fifth, ask for multiple directions. We got 3 completely different wireframe layouts from a single prompt. Always ask for options instead of locking into one direction right away. Sixth, ask Claude to audit your design for accessibility, contrast, and readability. Treat it like a design collaborator, not just a generator. It'll catch things you'd miss. That's the full walkthrough. We built a complete landing page from scratch, edited it with precision without touching a line of code, set up a design system that keeps everything consistent across formats. So if this video helped you learn Claude Design, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.